Hello, Mir here with the next ELEX video. So in this one we are going to be doing quests in a Dome City, and hopefully we'll level up. We need to get to level 25 to get promoted as a Berserkers, so let's get started. Okay, let's speak to the man who's in charge here. We already kinda ransacked this city, but we didn't do any quests yet.
Yes? Is there something urgent? I have a lot to do, as you can imagine. This city does not run itself, so please excuse me if I am short with you. This city is made up of a whole mass of confusion. Everyone looking for a new start, no one able to forget their past. They need a leader to hold things together.
You're in charge here?
Well, let's say that I'm the person holding all these threads together. There's no ruler here, we all work together. Everyone here wants something. Whatever you're searching for, it will only add to the list of demands we already face. And providing for the people we already have is a logistical challenge. That means to accommodate everyone we're on strict rations, and those rations have to be earned.
It seems I'm not the only one collecting waifs and strays and setting them on the right path.
You've been helping people. Then maybe you can understand what we have built.
You've done a good thing here.
How long have you been in charge of the Dome City?
I've been in office for 8 years now, and it hasn't been easy. Maintaining a neutral position to the factions while fighting the Albs. By Kalan, there really are more pleasant posts they could have appointed me to.
Okay, so we can either ask him, like... Yeah, let's not do the second one, that's kinda... I don't know.
What if someone wanted to replace you?
Some have tried, yet I am still here. This city was created by the Great Council of Magalan. They made the clerics custodians of this place and their legacy. The Great Council may be long gone, but what they stood for, a unity of purpose, a future for all of Magalan together, that is something we still believe in here. So, it is our job to remain neutral. It is our job to serve all, no matter their background, however hard our residents make it for us.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be replaced. Okay, let's continue asking questions and we'll get some quests.
Listen, the council is gone. Why care about what they said?
You don't think that was a better time? Laws for prisoner exchange that assured borders, set rules for trade? Even if you don't care about the blood spilled since the council's rule was broken, the clerics swore to a code, and that includes keeping our oaths. And an oath was sworn to the council by my forefathers. That makes it my duty to see that oath is kept.
How are things here in the Dome City?
Tense. The battles out there are always reflected in here. Tensions run high if the outlaws attack the clerics, or the clerics attack the berserkers. And there's always the fear of an Alb invasion. Those tensions drive greed, anger, and fear. There is war out there, and here your shards will be stolen from your hand if you aren't careful. It's like the world has gone crazy.
Isn't that typical behavior for people?
For those without faith, those without rules or purpose, people lack perfection. That is reserved for our God. Only when we emulate him do we stand a chance of understanding what true harmony looks like. But I digress. Maybe it would help you if I tell you how things are. The Berserkers have lived more and more reclusively ever since the Pilgrim went into his retreat. The outlaws are more organized now the Duke has taken power, and the Alb separatists seek shelter with us to escape the powers in Zakor. All told, very dark signs that we'd face another global catastrophe. And here we are, in the middle.
Is there something I can help you with?
If you want to help, there is something that has to be taken care of quickly. You must have noticed that the mood is very heated here. One more issue, one wobble, and everything we've held together here will fall to pieces. One of my people has reported that the outlaws are expecting a weapons delivery. The last thing that this city needs is more weapons. And who knows who the outlaws will sell them to. I want you to intercept this delivery and bring it to me.
Okay, this is really similar to like in Berserker Town, where we also had the choice to either give those cleric weapons to that cleric guy or give to the berserkers to dismantle them. Yeah, kind of similar there. Let's continue this conversation.
Are you having a lot of trouble here in the city?
Keeping the factions together is always an issue. The outlaws are always up to something, but things have gotten worse, and to cap it all, we've had a sharp rise in thefts. I believe an organized group has started operating here. Not the usual outlaws. This group seems to be outside the factions. From the little I've heard, they're more like a secret society than your regular set of theft-mongers. I've offered a large bounty for any information that leads to their capture. And capture would be best. I want to find out who their connections are. If you can find out more about this secret society, I can make you rich.
About the secret society you're looking for in the city.
Have you discovered something? The bounty is still to be claimed.
Okay, so this is for the claws that we discovered there under the city with that secret entrance. But I still do not want to like turn them or something. Like, we'll decide about that later on, so let's continue the conversation.
About the outlaws' weapons delivery. You've been using informers to try and catch them?
Of course. Information is key to keeping the peace. But there are always things you miss. And missing things leads to nasty surprises. And I'd rather be the one dealing those out than receiving them. Particularly when it comes to outlaws. Are you going to show me that you are the exception?
I'll take care of that problem for you.
Good. Very well then. Your target is a woman. Her name is Paige. Get her talking and hope that she brings you in on her plan. Take these shards. You may need them to buy yourself some trust. You'll have to find Paige yourself. She's a slippery customer, and we've lost track of her.
Contact? Is there something I should know about her?
Apart from the fact that she's one of the outlaws, no. As soon as you get those weapons, or any information, just make sure you bring them to me.
Okay, so in my outlaw playthrough I decided to help Paige, but for this one let's help clerics. So let's go and speak to Paige and find out more about the weapon delivery.
Huh, what do we have here? Fresh meat?
You would better not mean that literally.
Go on, growl again. Growl. How did you get the guard to let you into the dome? They obviously don't consider berserkers a threat. However you got in, you're going to find it even harder to get out. The clerics are a little jumpy at the moment. You might say paranoid. So when they do let someone in, it does make me wonder who they are and why the clerics thought letting them in was a good idea.
If it's so hard to get in, what are you doing here?
I got in before things got so paranoid. And I came here for profit, of course. Lots of nervous people close to the Alps tend to be willing to invest shards in their safety, you see. And getting hold of supplies is hard out here. So, if you can get them, you can sell them for a high price. Well, that was the plan. Now, the clerics have stopped me trading and cut off all the supplies.
Where do you get your goods from?
Mostly directly from Tavar. And that's the main problem. Seeing as the clerics have got picky about who comes in and goes out of here. It's impossible to get by the guards without an ID card. And they took mine from me as part of their crackdown. Now they say I'm causing trouble. But what else is a businesswoman supposed to do when she has her business taken from her?
About your trade ban.
Yeah, don't tell me. Trading weapons can pose a danger to the community. But this is about self-defense. The only person who can stop a person with a gun is a person with an even bigger gun. Am I right? I mean, what? Are we supposed to throw rocks at the Albs when they attack? But the clerics want to keep all the guns for themselves and screw the rest of us. They call it neutrality, but I say it's oppression.
Okay, so we can tell her about the alloys that he told us to basically try to get information from her. And like in this playthrough, I'm going to help Alois. I'm not sure what's kind of the best thing how to handle this quest, but we'll see what's the outcome if we do it like this. And if you want to see what happens the other way around, check my Outlaw playthrough. Okay, so let's go with the second one.
Sounds like you could use some help.
Yes. Yes, I could. Still, let's say he's right. And that I could get a hold of supplies. Not from Tavar, obviously. They've blocked that route. Let's say I could get some weapons from these separatists, for example. Let's say they have weapons and need shards. And that they also have the business acumen of a stunned troll, so they need a salesperson. Me, for example. What if I was to say that? And what if I was to say that I have to find someone who could enter and leave this city freely? If I was to say that, then what would you say?
Okay, so we can go with the second one, I guess.
I'd say you're walking a dangerous line.
I can't leave without profit. Hell, right now I can't eat without profit. So I need this deal. So if you blab, what have I lost? Nothing. And without any guns to show, it's just your word against mine, and even Alois isn't going to see that as justice.
I could help you get your weapons.
Good. Right. So, this is what you need to do. Leave the city and find a separatist called Radok. I think he's a separatist. But whatever he is, he's a mad fucker. I can't make sense of most of what he says. But he has the weapons and he likes trade. I think he likes trade. It's hard to tell. He wants to sell the weapons, but you'll have to work on him, okay? He won't just hand them over.
Where can I find Radok?
Up in the Highlands. When we last spoke, he told me he was going to head over to the northeast. He mentioned an abandoned wind turbine. With luck, he'll still be out there.
Okay, so we won't tell her about the alloys. That might actually not like stop us from like doing the quest for alloys, but yeah, let's keep it like not to mess around with that.
Hey, have you got a few shards for a veteran? Help me out and I'll tell you about the city.
A couple of shards could save us more if he does know something useful.
Useful? I can be useful.
What do you think? Will you give him something?
There, take this.
Thanks. Thank you. Oh, I won't forget this. And since you have helped me, I'll make sure my contacts hear about it. You help me, I'll help you. Come back in a few days, yeah? I'll have something that might interest you.
Tell me about the city.
Right, well, where to start? First off, a lot of people are avoiding the north of the city. This place always has something going on, but right now, there's really something brewing. That means the north isn't exactly welcoming unless you're a thug. The western section's safer. You're okay there as long as you don't break the law or look funny or say something the clerics don't like. The southern part, well, that is really quiet. Nothing really happens there, but wherever you are, you should know the clerics are watching. Alois, he runs this place and he hates thieves and beggars and trouble causers and pretty much anyone. He thinks he's God's messenger or something, and that means he's got one big old stick up his ass. So don't piss him off. If you ignore anything else, don't ignore that advice. Don't piss off the clerics. There now, you are fully informed.
That was well done.
Okay, so we have somebody joining us, so hello, if you want, say something in chat. And we are going to continue the quest for weapon deliveries. So the page said something about the wind turbine. There is that wind turbine, and that guy is somewhere around here. But let's like not waste time and like look for him when we can mark it. Okay, so I think it's this one. Probably. Let's see. Yeah, I was kinda like, yeah, that's the wind turbine. And there's that guy. So let's teleport here, then go here. I will mark it because I tend to like this time it's in the same direction, the quest giver and the quest, but sometimes I go towards the orange marker instead of the yellow marker. Which, yeah, that's why I just mark it with the marker, and then I'm 100% sure I'm going the right way. Okay, let's hit F5. Something is attacking us, maybe. Nah, not really. Okay, there's that guy. And there's some dead clerics there. Okay, let's open the chest. Okay, we have this ring of hardiness. Gives 10 health, 10 stamina. Not a bad ring, but also not the great ring. There are better rings than this one. And let's take all, and we have the message from like this guy here. So let's read that first, then we'll speak to the guy. Okay, it's probably just, I think we read everything, so it should have a exclamation point there. Okay, so we find out that the clerics are pursuing him, and those are probably the clerics that died there. So let's hit F5 again and speak to the Reddock.
You once possessed great ELEX abilities, didn't you? You're probably a soldier from Zakor, possibly even a commander, but you are now free from ELEX, and from the orders that come from the heart of Zakor. Have you come here to die like the clerics that I just killed? Or are you here to trade?
What can you offer me?
The weapons of my enemies. Never used. Dropped once. Well cleaned. You won't find a drop of their blood on them. I have traveled alone since I left Zakor, and I wish to remain so. Still, if you have information to give me, that would be useful. Information and shards are what an alb needs to survive in the lands of the free people. Not that either of those things help these clerics keep their lives.
Paige sent me.
Paige? Do I know Paige? Faces and names of the free people? They merge into one. But you must mean the woman from the domed city. But I have business to conclude before we speak. It seems there are two followers of Kalan nearby who are anxious to see their god in person, and I must send them on their way. Quickly, decide. Will you stand with me in battle?
Okay, let's go with the first one. I think this might increase or decrease our cold values, and probably if we do not take the sides in conflict, that will decrease our cold. And I'm going for like going to decrease the cold as much as I can, so let's see if that kinda helps.
This is none of my business.
You disappoint me. For if you don't stand with me, that must mean you are my enemy.
That dog really believed he could get away from us. Separatist or Alb, they're all impure. And he paid the price with blood. We're leaving this position as soon as the troop commander gives the signal. If you need something from him, you should speak to him now.
Now the Alb is dead. Kalan's will has been carried out. Here, a symbol of his mercy. Now, it is time to take the fight to Zekor. May Kalan guide your path in safety until the Albs are defeated.
Hey, I wonder, did we pick up that weapon delivery from this guy? I didn't see if we did. We have like more clerics. I know that cleric patrol kind of moves down here. I think they were kind of had a camp or something here. I'm not mistaken, but maybe I am. Okay.
Country.
Let's see if we can like finish that quest. Looks like those guys are fighting something again, or somebody's fighting something. Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah, I know what that is about. Okay, looks like we also hit the guy, so that's not a good thing. But he's not attacking us.
What are you looking at, huh?
Yeah, let's see if we can finish the quest for Alois. Since we basically didn't like speak to the Radok and took weapons, we actually decided to help the clerics. Well, technically not help the clerics, but yeah, not take the side in conflict.
About the Outlaw's weapons delivery. I have what you wanted.
I'm glad to hear it. I hope that the goods are all here.
Look for yourself.
Good. I wanted the whole shipment intact. Here, your reward. Ah yes, the weapons dealer. How is he doing? Is he still alive?
The dealer is dead.
Good. Kalan's judgment is ever present. You have my thanks, and I'm sure Kalan's as well.
That wasn't so good.
Seems like Duras doesn't like that we helped clerics. I wonder if he'll like if we help the outlaws. I don't know. Let's try that. I'm kind of wondering. Okay, so maybe this will work. I'm kind of not sure for which one should I go. I mean, okay, so let's try see if we kind of help outlaws, if Duras will like that. And just wondering. Technically, the outlaws and the clerics are not our friends, since we are berserkers, but... And I'm wondering...
Nothing is free in life.
What Duras will like.
See you later.
You're back in business.
Good. I was hoping for some higher caliber stuff, but this will do. If you'd brought spitballs and blowpipes, I'd find someone to buy them. People just aren't feeling safe right now. Here, this is for getting your feet sore and arranging the deal. I'll want to speak to you to arrange another delivery.
There won't be any more. Your contact, Radok, is dead.
That is a setback. Still, one less mad fucker to deal with. I suppose I'll have to try and find an alternative contact. But I'll have to sell this stock first, eh?
I'm kinda thinking, since... Yeah, we can help Alois in our cleric playthrough. Let's actually leave it at this, or we can... like, not give weapons to anyone? We won't get any rewards, but also we won't take sides in conflict. I'm not sure what's the best option, like... Yeah, let's leave it at this, but we'll see. Okay, so... next thing, I think we have one quest that we already kinda picked up. Because the NPC interrupted us. When we were running around here. You can also speak to Alois. Okay. This will mark Alois probably. We also need to speak to him to like finish this.
Well, that was a serious waste of time, wasn't it?
About the Outlaw's weapons delivery. Someone else took delivery of the weapon shipment.
What? Who? I needed to stop those weapons getting out into the city. Didn't you promise to help me? I gave you the shards you needed to do the job. And this is how you repay my trust? Newcomers, why do you cause so much trouble? Show me your ID.
Here it is.
Well, it looks all right. Seeing as that's valid, I will have to let you go. But if you aren't willing or able to help me, then you should go and leave me to get on with my work.
Okay, I don't know. If you guys are in chat, what do you think is the best way, like, how to handle this? Should we give the weapons to clerics, outlaws, or not give them at all? I mean, we could leave the quest unfinished and basically keep the weapons.
Move along, civilian.
He wouldn't have been punished for that in the past, but his mistake.
I never
Now he's in
trusted
real
her.
trouble.
Okay, there should be one NPC somewhere around here. Not there, okay. Maybe in the next one? No. Yeah, we are looking for Vivian, I think. I already know. Well, in previous episodes we run around here, so maybe you remember the NPC, but what? Really thought she would be somewhere around here.
Maybe later. Better armed is...
I guess we could pick up some quest along the way. Let's see. There's that guy here. I think we have already a quest for him.
Keep your hands off my machines. You and your berserker friends. You don't have the faintest idea of what I do around here. So I would appreciate it if you stayed away from my machines.
Okay, so we have a replacement part for that guy, but I just want to show you something before we give it to him. We also have one more quest from the other guy. Should be like somewhere around here. It's kind of weird. Like, did outlaws get thrown out of the city or something?
Dog. That's all he's ever...
We are looking for... or maybe that outlaw is in a bar or something. I think it's possible.
What do you want? Do you back the clerics here, or do you want them gone?
You get right to the point, don't you?
And are you gonna give me an answer?
No. Either one is okay.
I'm against the clerics.
Right, good. I can see you talk sense. They say they're here to keep things safe, to keep order. But it's obvious they want to drop their neutrality and extend Ignadon's control into Abessa. Not allowing anyone in or out of the city, that's just the start of it. You think that's because the Alps are getting closer? Or that those followers of Kalan really want a backdoor for invasion?
Interesting. We do not have 5 survival yet. Well, we can only do the second one then.
The Albs are more of a threat than the clerics.
Executions, converters, torture. Believe me, I know all about that shit. But those guys are only interested in ELEX, and as far as I know, there isn't any more here in the city than there is elsewhere. So why should they show any interest in attacking a fortified position to get it, instead of sweeping up all there is out there?
The Albs want all the ELEX. All of it, no matter where it is.
We won't get in their way. We don't want ELEX. They have to see that. They'd be attacking us for nothing. No, it's the clerics.
Why don't you do something to stop the clerics?
What's that got to do with you? You expect me to trust you just like that?
Okay, so we can either give this guy an ID card that we got from Hunter, or we can turn it into clerics. Now, in this situation with the Berserkers, I don't know, either way is okay. But like all of these quests have some impact on the future, so I kinda wanna make the right decision here, but I think it's okay to give him a card. After all, that guy helped us get into the city, so yeah.
Hunter sent me.
Why didn't he come himself?
He was afraid he wouldn't be let out of the city again if he was caught.
You mean he was afraid the same thing would happen to him that happened to me? Fuck it. At least the suggesters haven't found me yet. Did Hunter give you something for me?
Yes, I have something for you.
Thanks. I was starting to think that I would never leave this stinking cleric-infested dome. I don't know if Hunter promised you a reward, but here's something for me in any case. You've helped a good cause. Trust me.
Okay, so we can speak to Hunter later on. Let's go to the bar, because I wanna figure out where one NPC is before we speak to Lutz. We are looking for the outlaw.
That has to happen sooner or later.
Is this guy? No.
Dude took the fort from bloody Baxter.
It is all about serious personal dedication to the law.
No. Let's speak to the bartender either way.
I heard about your fight with Brabeck.
Ah, forget that guy. Every city has someone like him. You just have to ignore them. Let me know if I can do something for you.
Do you have any news to go with that drink?
News? I presume you're talking about news from in here. I don't hear anything much from the outside now the city gates are sealed. The future of the domed city is the only topic people are concerned about right now. That's pretty much all of the conversation. There's been peace in here for years, but right now, well, we're all set for things to boil over. I don't want to say it's the cleric's fault. It's always easy to blame the people in charge, isn't it? But who else do we blame? The Berserkers, the Outlaws, the Separatists? Me? I find it best not to blame anyone.
How is business?
Now that everyone is paying credit? Roaring. Not many people aren't happy to pay on credit. It's me that's holding the bill and hoping to get paid before I run out of supplies. Speaking of which, do you know where I can get any food supplies? I'll pay real shards to get more food supplies in.
Most people try to earn a profit in your situation, huh?
Try, yeah. Achieving is something different. I'd rather you get the supplies honestly, but if you take them from people who have too much, who am I to question it? But if you steal from those with nothing, then I don't want anything from you. I like to keep things honest.
Do you want to trade?
Okay, so he has the instructions for ELEX potion. Now the easiest way is to buy it from separatists.
He's been bothering me with that for days now. He didn't deserve that. Frankly, these should be showing more respect.
You know what? Let's kinda go upstairs and find a bed and sleep. That might reset the positions. Oh.
You are not wanted here.
They won't allow me to sleep there. We'll need to find some other bed. But for real, there should be an NPC here, and I do not have a clue where he is. He usually stands besides this rock here. Anyways, let's speak to the other guys, then hopefully we'll find that NPC that I'm looking for.
If you're here for the food rations, then I'll tell you what I told the other 100 people. Someone must have been making a joke. I don't have anything to sell or give out, so you can just turn around and leave.
What are you talking about?
The free rations! The free rations, as if there would ever be free rations. Ah, but you're not here for that, are you? Then I'm sorry. I have been the butt of a joke that has left me rather angry, and I thought... Well, I'm sorry. It's just... I'm just so sick of it. The belligerence between the Berserkers and outlaws. Everything was simpler when I was a cultivator in Goliath. We had laws and everyone obeyed them. Why can't people just all work together?
If you feel that way, why don't you go back to Goliath?
No. Those days are gone. I left willingly to establish a world heart here in Abessa. But when it became clear that the seedling wouldn't grow, Caleb decided that we would remain here. And whatever Caleb says is best. But now, no, I can't go back. We went against orders from Goliath. If I go back now, they'll just stick me in a cage, no questions asked. The domed city is our last hope.
Okay. I think there's a bed in here, maybe?
What are you doing here?
Can I use it? Okay, I can. Nice. Let's sleep to morning. Usually the NPCs get reset when you sleep, their positions, because they have their, like, day routine, they move around and stuff, so... But this is definitely weird, like... not being able to find that NPC.
Check the supplies. Hey, come over here. Let's get a drink together.
What are we celebrating?
Victory over the Alps! Or do you have another reason to celebrate? Because any reason works for me!
Well, let's go with the first one.
Victory over the Alps?
Well, imminent victory! Got to be, hasn't it? Or don't you have any confidence in us? Don't say the wrong thing now. You got to believe if you want to succeed.
Sure, whatever you say.
Drink up to the end of our days. Here, my friend, to what's coming. And now, tell me about your glorious deeds. Or have you just been sitting on your ass, letting others fight the beasts of Zekor for you?
Yeah, I don't know. I would like go for the first one, but I think I did that one in my Outlaw playthrough, so let's try the second one.
My past has got nothing to do with you.
Ah, I see. You want to leave it behind, do you? It is better that way. Let the past go. Forget old wounds. Besides, your past's probably boring anyway. Yeah, you waste of space. Why don't you just do us a favor and drop yourself in a ditch?
Well, that wasn't nice.
Why aren't you in a den with the other Berserkers?
What the fuck do you care? What are you, my mother? You do look like her, but she could hit harder. Fuck the Berserkers. I don't have anything more in common with them. They would have exiled me to the valley sooner or later, so I beat them to the punch and left. Fuck them and their laws. You can have it much easier here. And if you want to earn something for nothing, try fighting one of the outlaws here in the domed city. Those assholes always come off worse. Just ask Riley. He knows it's time for him to take another beating.
Okay, let's go with the first one.
I'm not doing your dirty work.
Well, then we really don't have much to talk about then, do we? Fucking pacifist.
Excellent.
They're always hitting on you here.
So, tell me, why do you want me to fight Riley?
Found your balls, have you? Fine. I'm not vindictive. It's about time someone pays him a visit. Now, you're the one to do it. That lying shit is telling people I killed a family out in the Badlands. Total fucking bullshit. I killed 5 families out in the Badlands. Parading around out there, hardly a weapon between them, like they wanted to die. Those dipshits got themselves killed. And now, Riley spread it all around the dome. He's even got some of the guards believing his yabber. But if someone else were to shut him up, I'd be in the clear, and those guards would be off my back. Take care of him, and I'll make it worth your while.
Where did you last see Riley?
Well, the last time I saw him, there were 2 of him. I was too drunk to deal with the bastard, and the guards didn't waste a second to get me away from him. But my guess is he must be under the dome somewhere shitting himself.
Okay, so we have the quest for Riley. Like, I was trying to find either that guy or the Riley. I don't know why I cannot find Riley. Let's see. What? He was staying in this house. I never saw him there, so yeah. I usually saw him there at the truck.
Energy weapons, chainswords, or anything like that? That sort of thing is my business. So if you find any, bring them to me. I'll give you good prices for them.
Did you flee here from the desert?
Flee? No. But to live in Tavar, you need shards. And despite my talents, I wasn't one of the Duke's favorites, and that made making a profit hard.
What are your talents?
Mechanical and engineering genius. I can make anything you need from bootlaces and glue, as long as I don't get constant interruptions. And staying undisturbed is hard in the Dome City. There's always someone trying to stick their nose in. And those berserkers are the worst for it. One of those assholes killed my friend for fun. Now that bastard is focused on me and nobody's helping me. Even though they know it'll be their turn next, and keeping their head down won't save them.
This berserker, is it Brabeck?
Yes. That is exactly the asshole I'm talking about. He murdered.
About Brabeck. I spoke to Brabeck.
I can imagine what he said. I'm sure he wants you to hurt me just for his pleasure. I can't tell you how much I need him to disappear from my life. I'll pay anyone who will help me.
Okay, so we can take the quest from him too.
Back to me.
You'll deal with him? That would be great, really great. You won't find me trying to put you off that. If you think you can scare him off so he leaves me alone, that would be good. Even if I do, I think ramming a knife into his guts would be a better approach. I would have tried that myself, but if I'd failed. But if you do get rid of him, however you do it, then I will pay you.
Interesting. Either way, like, we are again taking sides in conflict for the Dome City, which is not a good thing technically, but yeah, that guy saying that he wants to kill that guy, that Brabec, I don't know, and Brabec is an asshole, so I don't know. What do you guys think? Who would you help, the Outlaw or the Berserker, basically?
Just watch out for those
We are Berserkers now, but still, this Berserker is really annoying, so I'm actually going to help the Outlaw for this one. I know. Like, the last time we also helped, in my Outlaw playthrough, we also helped the Outlaws, but yeah, really do not like this guy.
You need to learn respect for others.
What? So
interesting. Duras doesn't like that. Let's see if we like mess around with an outlaw. Duras probably won't like that either. I'm thinking of like we already kind of spoke about this. Okay. Okay, so let's see. I should have hit F5, but let's see what happens like if we try to do the quest for Brabec. The guy inside.
Your best behavior, all right?
Hey, you.
Okay, we're just going to skip through this really quickly. Okay. Let's hit F5. I should have hit F5. I kinda sometimes mess that up.
I spoke to Brabec.
Okay. I will hit F5 here. Let's
Brabec is right. You're a total waste of skin.
So you want to do his dirty...
You know what? Let's leave them alone. I won't help either one of those this time. I know we'll have the quest, but... yeah, I'm just going to leave that alone, basically. Okay, let's give the replacement part to Lud.
You would? Well, okay, yeah. That would give me time to stop this from going... You'll need to go to Eric to fetch them for me. But do me a favor and don't take forever in getting them here, alright? Maintenance...
Okay, I really thought that we already had the replacement part. But I guess because Eric... when you go to him, he kind of stops you, even though you didn't plan to speak to him. And I thought he gave us a replacement part already, but that was like long time ago, because I did my outlaw playthrough in the meantime. So it's time trying to find Eric. He should be somewhere around here. There he is.
Why don't the clerics have a dome like this in Ignadon?
The dome requires immense amounts of energy, and the fluctuations in it have to be constantly balanced. The technology is complex. That means there's no way to cover the Hort with a shield like this. Besides, the cliffs around Hort give it a natural protection.
Can this dome survive an Albatech?
Of course. Why do you think we built it? As long as we can maintain a constant energy flow, then they can't get in. Unfortunately, achieving that isn't so easy. Some of the energy regulators are starting to malfunction again.
I can repair the energy regulators for you.
Thanks for the offer, but that's not necessary. I've already repaired the components. They just haven't all been installed yet.
About the broken energy regulators. I will help you with the energy regulators.
I'd wanted to do it myself, but do you really think you could handle it? I thought you Berserkers didn't want anything to do with technology.
Do you want my help?
Cause outweighs the means, huh? Well, you help me and maybe I'll plant some trees later in your honor. I have the energy regulator here. Please, take it to Lutz and help him to install it. Come back to me when you're done.
Okay, so let's go to Lutz. I really thought that we already had that energy regulator. That was like confusing to me when I spoke to Lutz, but we already picked it up.
One shard, 2 shards. You'd think people could spare.
I thought that guy would have something for us.
Hey you, I heard you speaking to Eric. He gave you an energy regulator for the dome, right? Give it to me, will you? Very soon now, you're going to need the right sort of friend, and giving that to me will earn you that.
Okay, so I'm not going to give him the energy regulator. That's something that I did in my Outlaw playthrough, and I wanna see how things turn out if I do not give him the regulator.
Why do you want the regulator?
Haven't you noticed the tension here? All the anger and the plotting? It scares the hell out of me. So I want a way out of here if things go wrong. A sort of backdoor. I want to modify the regulator so I can drop a section of the dome and get out if things go bad. Let me modify it. Then I'll give it back to you so you can get it to where it needs to be. You've got to see why I'd want a way out, yeah? So do we have a deal?
What's in it for me if I help you?
Profit is profit. I respect that attitude. What do you think about 100 shards?
Okay, so we do have charisma, and this is pretty nice reward, but like I said, I tried that in my Outlaw playthrough, and I want to see how things will work out if I do not do this.
I won't give you the regulator.
Then you've blown your chance. And don't come back to me and ask for help when no one will let you out of here.
That wasn't so good.
Yeah, Duras doesn't like that, but I wanna see how things turn out if I do not give him the energy regulator. Because Outlaws messing with the cleric's technology, yeah, that cannot turn out that great.
Eric sent me.
Thank Kalan. Do you have the energy regulator?
Yes. Here.
Perfect. That looks great. Thanks. Thanks for getting that. I'll install it immediately. You better get back to Eric. You can tell him I'm putting it in right now.
Okay, so if you wanna see what happens if like you give the energy regulator to the Outlaw, check out my Outlaw playthrough. It's basically done. I already recorded almost all the videos that I wanted. At least I finished all the quests, but I'm still messing around with exploration. And I'm trying to like do quests differently in all my playthroughs, so if you kinda watch all of them, you will get something new from all of the playthroughs.
Lutz has the energy regulator.
Good. The dome should be more stable now. I thank Kalan for sending you. The dome is a gift from Kalan. The dome...
Okay. I think this guy...
Move along some...
No, he doesn't have, like, quest for us. Let's see if we can find Vivian. I'm not sure why she isn't around. Like, she should be here. Yeah, there she is. Was she, like, sleeping or something last time and I didn't check that out? That's probably it.
Ah, Berserker. Strict on the laws of Goliath, are you?
What do you know about the laws of the Berserkers?
No standing in corners on Tuesdays, no technology on Thursdays, don't be rude to plants any day. I know the laws. You see, I grew up in Goliath. In fact, I've tried all the factions except the Elves.
You grew up in Goliath? Why did you leave?
That's a long story. If you're really interested in my tale, then I will tell you, of course.
A traitor to many causes, or a heroine to all. We should see what she has to say.
As you wish.
Tell me your story. How did you end up joining the clerics?
Right, I'll give you the full version. Well, the short version of the full version.
Just get on with it.
Okay, I'll try to keep it short. So, I grew up in Goliath in Edan. My father and mother were both born berserkers, and so that meant I was too. Back then, Bajar ruled over Goliath. As a child, I had no interest in the laws, of course. But when I was about 12 years old, one of the warlords came to our home. He took my parents, and I was left on my own to survive in the city. I remember him. I remember my parents leaving. And I remember me screaming. But everything else is gone. It's just a blur.
What happened to your parents?
Well, what else? They were exiled. Nobody ever told me why they were exiled. I still don't know what they did, even today. I hate the Berserker laws. Nothing against the Berserkers. They're just people. It's the laws I hate. I think what the Berserkers want to do with Magalan is right. But I can never forgive them for what they did to my parents. Why was I punished for whatever my parents did? Why wasn't I told what had happened? I swore never to return, and I haven't set foot in Edan again.
Where did you go?
Wherever I needed to survive. That meant running from reavers and wild animals. It didn't take long for some reavers to take me captive. And then, I don't want to talk about that. I was lucky, though. After several years, the reavers were attacked by some of the Duke's outlaws, and they took me back to Tavar. I learned how to fight, how to live off scrap. Life wasn't much different from Edan, but there wasn't the same raptor shit. The laws. You could be who you were, and no one judged you.
Then why didn't you remain with the outlaws?
Because the reavers who'd taken me captive came to the fort and wanted to speak to the Duke. I think they wanted to take me back. I fled when they saw me. I didn't want to be taken back, or for them to kill me to hide their crime. When I left the fort, I ran into a cleric patrol. They convinced me to go to the Hort with them. Not that I really needed that much convincing. All those hours taking scrap apart and putting it back together in Tavar really paid off there. The clerics recognized that I was good with technology. So, I've been working on mechs and AI systems since then. Building things. Trusted. Part of a team. And it's easier being with mechs. They don't judge anyone. They treat everyone the same. Like this place. I know it's not perfect. But outlaws, berserkers, clerics, even elves are seen as people. At least that's the vision. Not always the way it happens. That's another reason to maintain these mechs. To protect what we have here. Well, I hope you find your place in the world. It's good when you do.
What are you doing here in Abessa?
I take care of the mechs and drones here in the city, which means I coordinate and plan their maintenance and upgrades. When I'm lucky, I get to roll up my sleeves and do some of the actual maintenance, which I'm having to do quite a lot with all the technicians we're missing. Say, are you good with technology?
I know enough to work on mechs.
You do? Maybe we could take you on in a permanent position here in the city.
Do you think they would employ me?
That's true. Alois has security concerns about taking anyone who's not been in the city long enough. So, yeah, maybe I should look for someone else. On the other hand, if you're looking for some part-time work, I could still use your help. I have 4 people I've been told I should look at for taking the technician's job, but I don't have time to gauge their abilities. Would that be something you could do for me? I'd pay you.
Yeah, I'll talk to your candidates.
Great. The 4 names I have are Daryl, Naira, Rorik, and Riley. Though I'm really not sure about Riley. There's something about him I don't trust. But speak to each of them and let me know whether you think they might have the right skills and abilities for the job. Oh, and I'll need you to let me know about their loyalties. You know, can they work with clerics? Do they hate us? We'd be trusting them with the mechs and AI that defend the Dome City. So I don't want to employ anyone who might still be thinking about their faction, not our security.
About the candidates for technician.
Yes?
Okay, so we can ask more about the candidates.
Tell me about Naira.
Naira is an Alb separatist, so a bit of a long shot for loyalty. But she should have the technical ability we need. She's somewhere in the west of the city with the other separatists, in the slums.
You want to employ a separatist as a technician?
We need someone. And I don't think your faction always says who you are. Elves are usually very good with technology, but you're right. I don't know if we can trust her.
Tell me about Daryl.
Daryl is an outlaw. He's applied to be a technician, but I don't know why. So I want to know his motives and what his technical experience is. I'm hoping you can get that information. If he's skilled and trustworthy, then employing him might show that we do trust outlaws here. But I don't know that much about him. I don't even know where to find him.
What do you know about Rorik?
Rorik is a berserker. I think I last saw him somewhere around Vito's pub. It might seem weird to consider a berserker, but I was one once. And I know Rorik used to work extracting ELEX from machines in Goliath, so he knows about technology. And I think I could teach him everything else that he needs to know. And it would show that we were reaching out to the berserkers who have come to the Dome City. Their magic is very powerful, and they're strong warriors. We will need their help if the Albs attack us from Zakor. But it'll be important to find out if he's prepared to have anything to do with technology before we think of offering him the job.
Okay, so we know all about what we need to do, and we'll do that quest. Okay, so I wanna also speak to Lutz again. I think he should have more quests for us. But I think that's maybe later on.
Maintenance is all?
Yep. Okay, so let's figure out... Okay. I marked them all on maps so we do not like run around. I know where they should be, but yeah.
Ah, the gift and treasures of travel, for it brings new encounters. So what are you? Merchant? Bounty hunter? Or a nobody, like most people out there?
Hey, last time, yeah, we can, last time we were outlaws when we speak to this guy, but yeah, we can tell him that we were an alb, but yeah, let's go with the second one, I guess. Let's try that one.
I'm a berserker.
Well, someone has to be. Those trees don't hug themselves after all. But as far as I see it, the way we are now, we should get along wonderfully with each other. I mean, otherwise, you wouldn't have even spoken to me, right?
How do people live here?
Here, smoke one with me, before you start bombarding me with questions, yeah? I have the best stuff here.
I don't smoke.
Well, that's your choice. From time to time, you need to open a door in your head and look inside, right? But if you won't, then all the more for me. That done, let's get into the real business.
Business? With me?
You see someone else here? Real business. A proper opportunity. You see, the clerics have had this city under their control for years. And the Duke thinks they're planning to take control everywhere, sooner or later. And he thinks the Dome City could be the starting point for their military campaign. So, my job is to find out if he's right, if there is something brewing that could be dangerous for us in Tavar.
What information have you gathered about the clerics?
Pretty much nothing so far. They've not been very loose-lipped around me. I must sorta stand out.
So, you want me to be your spy?
I want you to find out information. Now I can see in your eyes that you haven't fallen for the cleric's tricks. You aren't simple enough to believe every piece of troll shit you're fed.
What do you expect from me?
All that you have to do is get some answers out of somebody, and I've even got the guy lined up ready for you. His name is Lutz. He's one of Alois's technicians. As far as I know, he's trying to re-establish communications with the other clerics in Ignadon, while Alois will tell you the clerics here are neutral, separate from the ones in the Horde. Go and grill Lutz. Find out if there'll be an offensive soon. Do that, then come back to me as soon as you have any useful information.
Oh, hello, Kit. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so like, should we like take the sides? I kind of do not want to take sides in this playthrough, so we'll say we won't work against the clerics.
I won't work against the clerics.
Against is such an ugly word. Let's just say you're working for filling your pockets with shards. That sounds much better.
Yeah, I'm not doing it in this one.
Forget it.
I can't. I'm under orders. But you spend a bit more time here. Take a good look at the clerics. I think you'll soon see you don't want to help them out.
Okay, so in my previous playthrough with outlaws, I helped them, but in this one, I do not want to help the outlaws and take much sides in these conflicts.
Why do you think that these technicians will know about the cleric's plans?
Because he's the guy that maintains all the communications equipment. He must have heard something from the comms. And he's more likely to talk than anyone further up the chain. I want to know what he's heard. I need to know what he knows.
Okay, so now we can ask him about the quest that Vivian gave us.
Vivian sent me to talk to you about the technician's job.
Yeah, good. And I'd like to apply for the job. And I'm willing to pay any price to get it. While I'm certain there must be people better qualified than me, there isn't anybody who will pay you as much as I will.
Okay, let's see. We'll ask him about the technology, but he kinda seems like wants to have another agenda, so let's ask him more.
How good are you with technology?
Absolutely crap. I don't know one end of a screwdriver from, well, a hammer, to be honest. But I'm a fast learner, and if I have someone I can ask, then the rest won't be a problem. And did I mention the whole financially rewarding aspect of selecting me as the candidate?
What do you think about the clerics?
What's this got to do with the job? This job is about technical reliability. And I can assure you that I am technically reliable. And as for my interests, you can count on me being a pacifist. I want to do anything to avoid a war. And the better access I have to new information, the better equipped I'll be to ensure a war doesn't suddenly break out without anybody seeing it coming.
I've heard enough.
Okay. And remember to put in a good word for me with Vivian. I'll make it worth your while.
Okay, I just want to say thanks to Kit for thanking me for making all these ELEX videos. Also, if you guys write some comments like that, I really appreciate it, because I know you are watching, but when somebody writes a comment, I really like that, and it really helps me like to continue making more videos. So, thank you for taking the time to do so.
What does a forest dweller want with me? To drive me off? Or maybe even have me killed? You don't scare me. Your people are a plague upon this land. Although, there is something different about you. Do you usually spend time with people like us?
Okay, so why not? We'll tell her that we were Alb. I think I did that in my Outlaw playthrough. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. Let's go with that one.
I was an Alb myself once.
Yes. You stopped taking ELEX. That is rare, which makes me question how you did it.
Vivian sent me about the technician job.
I am without question the best candidate they will find. Therefore, selecting me is the logical choice. But I need proof that the clerics are really willing to work with me. If I am to work for the clerics, then I would like to be paid. The free people seem to value shards above all things, and so payment would be proof that they take me seriously.
Okay, so if we want to take her as a technician, we need to give up some shards. But let's continue speaking to her anyways.
What are your qualifications for this job?
I served as the battlefield technician for my unit in Zekor. I have already discovered errors in the AI systems of the clerics' mechs, and I would be able to modify them. Even the dome isn't running as efficiently as it could. That is another thing I could improve.
Do you think you can work with the clerics?
I think it would be better if this city was led by an alb or a machine. But I understand that it isn't up to me to determine this. So yes, I could imagine working with them in the existing circumstances, despite their inefficiencies.
Hey, so we have a few more candidates, so let's leave it at this. She's also, I think, a crafting trainer, probably. Yeah. Okay, so we have the Berserker guy that we need to speak to. But, hey.
Hey, you're new here in the city, right?
Yes, I've just arrived.
I thought so. I saw you come through the gate, you see? Anyway, I want to ask you something, if that's alright. Have you been to Edan recently? To the Berserker's city of Goliath, to be exact. A good friend of mine is still there.
Who's your friend?
His name is Kral. He's a guard at the Mana Shrine. At least, he was when I left. He thought he still had a chance to save his brother, Grimar, from the Alb Converter. Do you know what happened to him?
Kral is dead.
No. Shit. Maybe if I'd stayed... You know, I was even planning how I could get to Goliath to see if I could get him out of there. I had this feeling something bad would happen to him. First his brother and then him. A curse on all of Edan. And thanks anyways.
Okay, so in like previous videos when we did the quest with Kral, I really didn't think we can save Kral from like his brother that was mutated and all of that, if you kind of remember that from previous videos, or if you played on your own. But there is actually a way you can save Kral. Somebody wrote a comment on that video. I think you need to let Kral keep the elixir that he stole. Then you go back to Cauldron and tell Cauldron about the Kral, and that's kind of the way the story will end up with the Kral being alive. I haven't tried that yet, but yeah. Somebody did and told me in the comments. Okay, so let's say that Vivian sent us.
Vivian sent me.
Is it about the technician job for the clerics?
Yes.
I'm interested, but I'm not sure that this is the job for me. I mean, I've not had much to do with technology. I've tried to learn since I came to Abessa, but I'm still only just starting out.
So, now you've left Edan. What do you think about the clerics?
I'm grateful they let me in. They don't bother me, and I don't bother them. I'm not a berserker anymore. I live here.
What experience do you have with technology?
Well, back in Goliath, I used to take machines apart. There aren't many I've not seen from the inside. It's strange, really. My job used to be to get rid of technology, but now all I want to do is put it back together. The clerics make some incredible things. I mean, just look at the dome. That's an amazing feat of engineering.
If you get orders you don't like, will you run away from here like you did from Edan?
I don't know. But the clerics don't ban some people from doing some things and not others. If I want to learn about technology, they'll let me. They're the same with everyone.
I've heard enough.
Okay. Right. I'll see you then.
Tell me about your life in Edan.
Me? I was a worker at the pit. You know, I extracted ELEX from old machines so it could be transmuted into mana. I always wanted to join the Hooded Crows and learn the art of magic, but it wasn't to be. My parents forbade me from trying. My clan told me to stop trying. Not that any of that stopped me. And that's what got me banished. I stole mana from the shrine to try and learn magic myself. And I got myself caught. They sentenced me to exile in the Valley of the Damned, but I escaped. I'd seen the Dome City when I was sent on patrol, so when I left Edan, this was the place I thought of. And here I am.
Okay, the only thing that is still marked is Naira, because we didn't say to her that we are going to pay her or not pay her, but yeah. But let's say we won't pay her.
I'm not paying you.
Good. Then you have made your decision and mine. I will not work for the clerics.
Yeah, she's still marked. That's interesting. For this one, it's not because we are berserkers, but I want to mix it up a bit. Last time I actually went for the profit route and recommended the outlaw. That got me some money, but yeah, in this playthrough I want to help the berserker. Well, recommend the berserker to Vivian, see how that turns out. And we are berserkers, so let's help the berserker guy.
About the candidates for technician.
Yes?
Naira doesn't want the job.
Why not?
She wanted to be paid in advance.
Then I agree with you. I want someone dedicated to the task, not to shards. That on top of the risk of letting an alb into our technology? You're right. Let's forget about her.
Alright, so we'll tell her that she should hire Rorik.
You should give the Berserker Rorik the technician's job.
Then you think he has the experience and that he will dedicate himself to the Dome City?
He knows his way around technology from the inside.
Meaning I will have to teach him some things. But I can do that if he's the right person. Good, right. Then I hope we have our technician. Thank you for helping me with the selection. Here, your payment as promised. I'd better go and take care of my new recruit right away. This should secure us going forward. At least I hope so. May Kalan guide...
Okay.
Very good.
I'm not sure if Rorik... oh, actually it's not... Is it Rorik, the Berserker? A few names there. Not sure if he'll react to our choice, so let's try that. He should be going to Vivian now.
Hey, thanks for getting me that job with the clerics. I wouldn't have thought I would like it so much. But, you know, I really think I've found my place. I didn't have anything to do with technology in Edan. Now I feel like I missed out all that time. Right, I have to get back to it. See you around, yeah? Not now.
Okay, so he actually had something to say. I want to see what we have in Abessa. Okay, this is for the claws. This is for Brabeck to beat up Rayleigh. And what about this one? Yeah, okay. And the bounty hunter is somewhere around... Actually, I know where it is. It's here, that quest. Okay, so I've marked the one that Outlaw gave us. That so many names. Who should remember all of that? Daryl? What's Daryl? I think it's Daryl. To grill Lutz for information. By the way, guys, if you from the outside try to get in, you will get damaged. I tried to get into the Dome City from every corner, and it didn't work out.
I heard you are having trouble establishing communications with the Horde in Ignadon.
That is just... Wait. How do you know that? That's confidential.
We can either tell him that Outlaw told us, but yet let's kinda continue forward without disclosing that information.
I just overheard someone talking about it.
So the word is out? That is a worry, a real worry. Well, we can't waste any more time. We need to fix that comms relay station before anyone tries to take advantage of our problems. Since you're in the know, Can you help me?
We can either refuse this or take the quest. Kinda not sure, because we are again going to take side in conflict. I did the quest further in my Outlaw playthrough. Now let's see if what happens if we kinda decided not to do it. We'll kinda...
I am not right for this job.
Maybe, maybe not, but you're here, and this job must be done. This is for the security of us all, no matter what our faction. If you don't help us, we could lose everything we have here. And if things fall apart out there, you can be certain that it will get bloody for everyone.
Interesting, so we kinda cannot refuse the quest. Let's see further.
What's so important about fixing your communications right now?
We're awaiting the delivery of some combat mechs. But they haven't arrived, and we've no way to check why without communications being re-established. That's why we've got to get the link back up now, so we can find out what's going on.
What do you need combat mechs for?
I don't know. I guess they're worried about security. And supplies. We need firepower to get enough food and tech spares into the dome to keep things going. And that's before the Alps. Zakor might have left us alone recently, but who knows how long that'll last. But it's not just about mechs. It's about food and news and everything else. We need a link with the Hort to keep this place going. We need to get this fixed as soon as possible. And please, please, keep this problem confidential. Otherwise, we are very likely to face even greater challenges. Here are the coordinates of the relay station that's gone down. It's over to the northeast of the city. Head that way and keep looking out for an antenna on the horizon. But I have no idea what the issue is there. You might be able to fix it at the bottom, but there's a chance you might have to climb the antenna mast. There will be a device somewhere on site that you can use to recalibrate the antenna. I hope that'll be enough to fix the problem. Me?
Okay, so we can go to the Outlaw guy. Daryl?
I spoke to Lutz.
You got me just in time. I was right about to light one up. So, go ahead. What did he say?
I assume you don't want to hear about the energy regulators.
No, I don't want you to put me to sleep. I need information about what the clerics are planning. He must have said something about their plans.
Okay, so we can like lie to him and not tell him about combat mechs. But Lutz did say that those combat mechs are for security reasons, like they do not plan to like go to war with outlaws or something. And from my previous experience, I know how he would react to this one. So I will go with this answer and I will tell you about how he reacts with this one, because that is something that I did in my Outlaw playthrough. And if you wanna see that outcome of the quest, just look for my Outlaw playthrough. Yes, let's go with this one.
He didn't say anything that would interest you.
Are you sure? Completely sure that he didn't say anything useful? Maybe this'll refresh your memory.
25 shards. Yeah, that's not much.
No, that was everything.
Well, that's a start. But are you sure he didn't have anything else to offer? Think. Is there anything you can tell me?
Yeah, he is really grilling us. Let's try, like, to refuse him.
No, I told you everything I know.
Alright. Well, I'll have to try and work with the information I have then. So, I promised you a reward. Here.
Yeah, we didn't get too much from that. Okay, so the other way, what would have happened? So we have to re-establish that communications tower, and he would give us a bug to plant on the communication tower, and then he would like spy on clerics. That's kind of the idea that the Outlaw had, but yeah, we kind of refused that. And if you want to see what happens if you go and well, help the outlaws. Check my outlaw playthrough. My playthroughs work in like, I think it's a pretty good system. I've done all the quests till the like before I joined the faction, and then I made a save game, and then from that point all the playthroughs kind of split up, and I try to do everything like a bit differently for each faction, and that's on the part 37. So if you're kind of watching me live for the first time, yeah, that's how this works. Okay, let me see. I should put a marker. I pretty much know that I'm going to screw up if I do not put the marker. I wonder if like, yeah, it probably doesn't stack up. Probably should like do a bit of fire damage, then a bit of poison damage. It would be interesting if I could swap in air. That would be a really fun way. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, should have dodged. That bird will probably die on its own. Yeah, okay. We have our awesome food to use. Okay. Restore our health. Just look at this, how this works. It's pretty easy. I should use like some food that doesn't restore that much health. Like this one is pretty expensive. There is a pretty nice food called bloody burgers. You just need meat and bread for it. So we'll probably craft that. What just happened? Okay. We have some enemies there. Let's restore our mana. And yeah. See how we are going to handle this. I really want to like shoot at them with my spells, but not sure how good of an idea that is, because then they will use their range attacks.
You better be ready. There might still be a few albs here.
Oh no, that's not a good thing. Okay, let's use our food and dodge this and use our hammer. Interesting, that guy will screw with us. We need to like try to get him to switch to other weapon. Okay, we did. Nice. Should get the spell that increases our melee damage by 50% next. I'm not sure how much experience we need for our next level. Yeah, we are halfway there. Okay, let's see if we can like loot some stuff around here, then we'll finish the quest. I'm pretty sure that there are not a lot of stuff here to pick up, but let's kinda see. Something there? Okay, some torch. Nah. Or like really nothing. Out here. Some healing plant. Okay. Let's do the quest. We have a few more enemies up there. I really can't wait to get that Sixth Sense ability, but I do not want to waste my talents on that yet. But it's pretty nice ability because you can sense the enemies where they are. There's that enemy that I...
Out of ammo.
By the way, guys, I'm using the heavy attacks mostly for this because they work pretty well and they do more damage. Okay, let's see. Flyer. And did we load these corpses? Yes. Yeah, we can also climb this thing. Oh. Yeah, and also loot this chest. Oh, okay, I do not have that, like... Not sure how many lockpicks we have. In my other playthrough I learned the skill that allows you to just use one lockpick and it never breaks. Now I have to be like a bit more careful with it. Like not to spam it left and right and hope for it to work. I sometimes do that because I'm lazy. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, nice. We have a sleeping bag, we can restore our mana. Usually these buildings have a sleeping bag, like... There are quite a few buildings that look like this in Idan. Not in Idan, like in the whole world, the Magellan. And... most of them have a sleeping bag on top. The one in Idan definitely has. This is a pretty nice view of... well, the Dome City in a distance. By the way, guys, if you kind of want to take a screenshot, there's an option to remove the HUD, but like in some previous Piranha Bytes games, you could pop out the console and like do the fly around camera and that way take a screenshot, but in ELEX you cannot do that, which is not a good thing. Yeah, definitely improved graphics and everything, but I do not know why they didn't leave that in the game, like in previous games. You could also type cheats and stuff. Like for these single player games, I do not know why like you wouldn't let people do that. Maybe because of achievements that are kinda... Really depends where you got the game. I'm not sure on Steam how it works. You can also get it on Good Old Games or GOG. And yeah, then they are stored locally. That's the only thing that I can think of that can be ruined by cheats. I mean, if you wanna cheat in single player game, you're not hurting anyone. I don't see a reason not to leave the cheats on. After you kind of do everything in the game, cheats are really fun way of extending your time in the game. And the only thing that you can do now is just if there is some glitch or something, and that way you can exploit it, like that money glitch. I have a video for on my channel. You want to get a lot of money and not farm. Okay, there's that ring of strength that's pretty mediocre at best. There it is, ring of strength. It just gives 5 strength. Like, look at this. This gives 10 strength and 10 stamina, so it's way better.
Okay, that should be child's play. It seems to have worked.
Is that a safe or something? Oh, just a box. Okay. Let's fly up and pick up those energy cells, probably. Fuel. Yeah, I was close. Alright, so let's teleport back to Lutz.
Carry on.
I wanted to see if he has something new to say.
I recalibrated the antenna.
Yes, thank you. We've already started to get messages through. We've had to do a bit of clearing up at this end, but that's a minor issue. What do you think? Is the station to the northeast in a good state, or are we likely to get another failure?
You had better ask the Alps that.
The Alps? So, Zakar's trying to cut off our comms now, are they? Here, this is for you. You shouldn't think that I don't value your service to our cause.
Yeah, let's see what else we have. Abessa. That's the one that I do not want to do. We can steal. You can also find this audio log, which is quite far. Actually, what? Did we pick up that one? Well, that's kinda interesting. I really thought that there was different log there. Well, why not? Let's kinda wrap up this quest. I didn't want to like do it because I thought it's kinda far away, but yeah. Did we find some new guys for this guy? Okay, we actually have some quests here, but I won't do them yet because I want to wrap up the Dome City. But we have a whole bunch of quests here after that.
Remarkable country.
Okay, let Duras pull the aggro there, at least for now.
Out of ammo.
Okay. Oh, those are the ones for the quest. I really do not like the fact that there are two of them. There we go. Can restore our mana, but we'll still do with our hammer. Okay. Should really get that spell that increases our melee damage. Let's see what we have here. Okay, those are the traveling merchant and like his bodyguards, and I really do not want to take a swing because there's a really good chance that I'm going to hit that the guard of a traveling merchant, and then he will attack me. I learned that the hard way. Like these weapons have a bit of like. I wouldn't say an AoE, but the hitbox is pretty large, so sometimes hit something that you do not want to hit. But usually it's a good thing because then you can hit few enemies when you're fighting. There we go. Hey, so we finished this quest along the way. Wasn't planning to, but we did. I will turn it later on when we start doing quests in Origin. He's standing in that poison. I wonder how much damage it's going to do over time to him. It's going to move out of it, but yeah, that poison like stays for a long time, but it did really negligible damage to him. Okay. I'm kinda not terribly impressed. Hello Omni, thank you for joining. I'm doing well.
What these ruins must have witnessed.
Hey, this is that house that I know most of the stuff where it is, because this is the second walkthrough that I'm doing. So we have these numbers here for a safe, so 15, 64. It's kinda easy to remember because it's 64. 1564, and the safe should be on second floor, so let's open that before I kind of forget. I said it's easy to remember, but yeah. Where's that safe? There it is. So I've said 1564 should work.
That didn't work.
Okay, 6415.
I'm in.
There we go.
The things our world has achieved that are now lost to us.
What's that? I thought it was some kind of ring, but yeah. Pick up everything. Yeah, we'll pick everything up first in house, then we'll read all of those poems. We also pick up... okay, that's a manual. Okay, there is the thing.
Yes, you. I'm looking for someone. Chad, a whiny little shit of an outlaw.
This is Idan. If you're looking for an outlaw-looking Tavar.
Yeah, he might have shit for brains, but even Chad knows that. And that's probably why he came here. You heard of any outlaws here?
You mean other than you?
No, I meant me. I came all the way here to find myself.
Many people come to Idan to find themselves. You should speak to one of our healers. They'll put you in touch with your inner self.
Are you trying to be clever?
What?
Chad. I'm looking for Chad, not myself. I know exactly where to find myself. I'm standing right fucking here.
Then it seems your quest is complete. I'm glad you found peace.
Desperate times lead to desperate actions. Don't get fooled by the lies of Tavar.
Yeah, this message is really awesome. Yeah. Where's that radio? Yeah. Yeah, let's loot everything. Well, I didn't want to do that, but since we did it, why not? I'll sleep tomorrow morning to reset everything. I like to play during the day. Kinda easier. But I should like try to run around during the night more, just to see how the game looks at night. Hey, what about that? I think we looted everything. Probably. The easiest way to like check that out is from the outside, because it's going to be marked. Yeah, that's all. And there are a few guys that run around here. They're somewhere around here. Those hermits. Okay, let's see. Oh, they're on the farm there, probably.
Oh, please don't do anything to us. We're just trying to live peacefully. Take what you need, then leave, please. Just keep this place secret.
Alright, that's kind of all that they will say. What can we loot here? By the way, guys, if you're enjoying my Berserker walkthrough, I plan to set up 3 times a week or 4 times a week schedule, so you can know when I'm streaming. It's going to be like right on front in my homepage. The schedule is going to be there, so if you wanna watch more, Go to my homepage and you will see. I will set that up when I finish this live stream. It's going to be probably every other day, basically. For, I don't know, I'll stream for 2 or 3 hours, depending on like how many people are watching and how I feel that day. So we picked up that log. And now I think, do we have it marked? Yeah, now we should go there. Yeah, I know that we should go there. No, I'm not from Brazil. The Omni was asking. I'm not from Brazil. That's kind of weird. I would have guessed that maybe you would think that I'm maybe Russian or something. Yes, I lost my accent. People usually thought that I was Russian, but I'm not Russian either. I'm from Serbia, if you know where that is. Not Siberia. I don't know why people mix those up. It does sound like similar, but I just said I'm not from Russia. That's in Europe, on Balkan, like probably know where the Greece is, so just like bit up on the map and you'll find it if you go on Google Maps. You can go there, or let's see what quests we have. We can rob. Yeah, why not? Let's do that one. And will give us experience, quite a bit of experience, I think. I'm actually happy that I lost that accent. Like, I had a really hard accent before, and I really tried my best to sound more natural. Yeah. Now when I said that natural, I said it a bit harder. That's kinda interesting.
Look, some idiot let this guy become one of us. Lucky for us, too. We need warriors after the battle at the converter. Here, it's on the house. Welcome to the Berserkers.
Give me a drink.
What'll it be?
Okay, so we need to enter below this tavern, but yeah, we won't be able to do that, I think. Do we have like, we can sneak, but I do not think we have pickpocketing. There's a way. There's always a way without learning the skill. So basically, as you can see, there are those crates that we need to pick up. I guess we actually opened this. When did we do that? I don't know. I guess we did. Let me just check our skill points. That's in crafting. I guess we have pickpocketing on level 2. Yeah, we actually did that. I thought I would start a Berserker playthrough on without my pickpocketing skills, but I started on a basically wrong save game, I guess. That doesn't matter. We have more money that way. I wanted to save 2 skill points. Basically, that was the reason why I didn't want to go from that. And we should drop this stuff in... there are drop boxes for this. So... and let me see... the best on behalf of the clothes, if we mark that like in every town there's a drop box, we can drop this. I also forgot to do something, to read those poems that we picked up in that house where we found that outlaw thing.
Let's see if the claws have any more jobs for me at their hideout.
Yeah, so we finished this. Let me show you the poems and the stuff. Oh yeah, let's move away from like this bush. so it doesn't like interfere without our adjutor. Okay, so let's see. I kind of already read them in my previous playthrough, so I'm just going to open, and if you kind of wanna read it, just do, and we get experience. So if you want to read them, pause the video, read them. I'll just keep them open for a second or two so you can pause. Okay, we have more. Okay, more notes about Infinite Skies. Okay, Omni, thank you for, well, for encouraging words. I will keep making more videos. And thank you for joining the live stream. It was like a bit quiet in the beginning. Only few people joined in like first hour, and then like in the second hour you guys started joining in. Yes, I should be streaming for longer if I want people to find the stream. But I think once I've made the schedule, it's going to be way better for you guys, because you will know when I'm streaming, and so you can know where you can... No, not where, but when you can watch me. Okay, this is for communications. Okay, so we can go to sewers from the Dome City, from above. And if you, or from this place here, let's do it from this place here this time. Just for like a bit of difference, I guess. So those poems that we just read was kinda like D&D characters or something like that. The best way I think to climb this is to go this way. And oh no. Yeah. The one thing that I want in this game is more fuel for jetpack. Like if there was an item that does that, I would use it. I would sacrifice everything for more jet fuel. Okay, so we entered it this way. So we don't want to do the quest for the Dome City, and you want to go to Claws early on in a game, like this is the way to do it. And the Claw quests give a lot of money, so they're pretty good if you want money. I think they also give a lot of experience. Hey, we should like, I think we get more jobs from here. Okay, so we have more missions this way.
Ah, here you are, the man of the hour. I've heard you've completed your first task for us. Keep it up and you might earn the right to learn the rest of our secrets. Take a job for the honor of the Claws. The Claw be my guide.
So, you have successfully completed your first task for the Claws. Congratulations on taking this step.
Okay, I think they're just going to congratulate us for...
The supplies you brought us from Goliath will help us greatly. Thank you.
Okay, we do not get more quests from them. Basically all the quests that we'll get until we kind of finish all of them is from this job trunk. So let's continue doing that. Why not? We can do more quests in Dome City, but these quests are pretty fun, so I don't know. And technically this is still well, it's the quest for the Dome City, for below the Dome City, I guess. Okay, so let's teleport here.
She took that secret to the grave.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that those blueprints are above, where we found that legendary flamethrower, the furnace, which is one of the really good weapons. Yeah, there it is. What? How did I not pick up that fork? I mean, I looted everything. I'm disappointed in myself for not picking up that fork there. I was going to say pork. Yeah. And this stuff, I would commit a crime to loot all of this stuff behind this guy. It really pisses me off that I cannot steal it. That's the only thing that I didn't pick up in this city. So the next quest for the claws, on behalf of the claws, this thing. So I think that this is under the cathedral. I didn't have to teleport, but why not? So we already have an access to go below here. Maybe not everything is below, maybe something is above, but let's see. This is only like my third time doing this quest, so yeah, I might not know like all of the things. So let's see if like they, like, I'm not sure if they will react. I think I last time stole it during the night. Yeah, they're just chilling out. They don't care.
Quiet, please.
Okay, let's see. Where's the next one? Is it on the other side? Is it above us? It's kind of really confusing when you have like quest that is in a building and there are a few floors. Okay, there's the next one. And two more are probably above us, I'm guessing. Let's kind of double check so we are 100% sure. We don't have to like go back. Yeah, it's not there. Or
quiet.
We maybe need to like pickpocket these guys, if I'm remembering. Yeah, I remembered it. Yeah. I know I ran around last time also.
Got it.
Okay, we completed the quest. I was pretty sure that all of those are in the basement, but I wasn't 100% sure. Now I know for my next playthrough. But I don't know if I'm going to be stealing in my cleric playthrough. We'll see. Maybe I will turn in the claws in that one. So let's see. Bessa on behalf of the claws. Now we can see where the job trunks are. I think that's probably under here.
Colossus blueprints done. Research documents, assignments complete. Looks like I've completed all my assignments. Perhaps they have more back in their hideout.
Okay, so this time let's go from above. Just to mix it up a bit. Yeah, I should zoom out more. It might be faster from I'm not sure what's the fastest way. I think it's about the same if you go from above or from below. Yeah, now it seems to me that this is the longer way. Yes, we'll do it from the farm next time. Once you learn on which rock you should be landing on, it's really fast to get up from the farm. Let's pick up more. Okay, let's sleep. I wasn't going to, but when that happens, why not? Okay, those are for... since we kinda looted the only town that's left.
From the crate for the honor of the claws.
The only town that we didn't hit yet is Tavar, so yeah. We're going on a looting spree in Tavar. Let's go from Duke's bunker. And my favorite way to get to the other side is from here and just fly over this. This is the best shortcut that there is to get around the Tavar. Wait a second. What quest did I... Oh, okay. We have to get some information for some guy cheating on his wife. That's the quest. I should have like opened my quest log and like let you guys read a bit of that. Okay, so we need to run in quickly and pick up that thing there. That's the thing that we need, I think.
Well,
there is nothing
come
for
on,
you here.
get those pants
Don't
down.
do that again.
Yeah, we don't have much time.
I know you. That won't be a problem.
That's interesting. Okay, let's see what the next quest is. Okay, rob the Mad Bob. Basically, we need to rob the Mad Bob. The quest says it all. So we need to get the key and open his weapon cache. I'm kinda doing them maybe a bit fast because I already done them once. But if you kinda wanna read the quest or something, just pause the video and then you can see it. Yeah, let's rob the Mad Bob from behind. Come on. Should work from this side. Okay, come on. Okay. Of course it won't work if we stand in front of him and crouch. Okay.
Got it.
And the weapon cache is below. Like, maybe it's a better idea to do it during the night. Maybe we cannot do it now. Yeah, we cannot do it now. Let's go sleep.
You had better leave. It's better if you go, believe me.
Think there are some sleeping bags around here? Yeah, there is one. Nice. Let's see if that guy moves. I'm pretty sure he will move after some time. So we'll have to wait a bit. Until we kinda see if that guy, when he moves. Let's see what else we have. We only have that one for to beat up Riley. That's the one that I do not want to do. And we have the Bounty Hunter, and I think we have a few more NPCs to speak to in Dome City. But I will wrap up first these quests. The idea maybe is going to work is to like go in here and the guard will get basically reset because he'll do his next thing that he's supposed to be doing. So now he's sitting there, and if we run in again, he might move to where he was supposed to go. It's better if you go, believe me. That sometimes works. Or you just need to wait a bit. Yes, now he's standing on that other side. I know I was able to rob Mad Bob last time. I think I just waited a bit. Let's see. Come on, man, move away. Ah, he's going the other way. Let's try something else, because I'm impatient. Well, we don't have a sleeping bag there now. I think also during the day, like in some period, he's not standing there and watching. We'll wait for those guards to move away. No, they are standing there. Not making it easy for me. The weapon cache is like...
What are you doing here? There is nothing for you here.
Okay, let's move away before he starts shooting at us. Hey, come on, man, move away, finally. Let's hit F5. Wait for him, like, to move away, just to be safe. And let's do this. What?
I better leave that be.
Where's the weapon cache? Wait. We didn't have to like pick up anything here? We're being crazy. I really thought that we'd have to steal a key and then do something here. It's like we actually did the quest. We're just supposed to get that thing from him. Yeah, that was a waste of time. Sorry about that, guys. I've mixed up the quest a bit. So we actually completed it. So we just need to go and find ourselves a drop box. Then we'll go and finish the quests. If I went through this kind of really fast, I didn't like let you read the quest. No, I kinda got excited. But on my Outlaw playthrough I did it way more slower, so if you kinda want it that way, yeah, check that playthrough. And I did the quest way differently in my Outlaw playthrough for the Dome City, so that is something that might be interesting to watch. And let's go to Small Farm. And turn in the quests. I think we do not have that many more quests for Claws. Do not do that like the last time. Okay. I'm going to waste few torches. Why not?
Take a job from the crate for the honor of the claws. The claw be my guide. We'll talk later.
Did it drop all of the stuff? Interesting. Let's actually sleep till morning. I think I'm doing something wrong. Let's see. We have the claws. We have one drop box up there. Let's see. One really close to the teleporter. I think I dropped everything down there. I know why. Yeah, I definitely went here.
Nothing to put in.
We robbed the Mad Bob and got that other thing. Well, that's weird. What do you guys think I did wrong? If you know what I did wrong. Hey, I'm reading the chat now, guys, for you guys that are not watching it live. I'm not sure how to pronounce that name. I think it's Tarka, maybe? He said he really enjoyed how I did my series where I didn't leave anything out of the story. Man, thank you for like boosting my ego there, because yeah, like maybe it doesn't take a lot of time to like write something like that, but it really means a lot to people who make videos, people who take the time to write something like that. I really enjoy it. It makes it so that I know that I'm like not putting videos in the air basically, and I see the views, but even if the comment is negative, I'm still proud of it, because somebody took the time to like tell me what I need to improve or something, but also the comments that tell me that I'm doing things right also mean a lot. And I'm really not sure. The job trunk is empty. I guess we kinda did all of those. I know that we should like also steal the elixir from here, but we did that already, so I don't know. Maybe sometimes he has to be like, sometimes he has to go on after we finish the last quest. But yeah, we already looted that, so that's, we got experience before we even were doing the quests for those guys, so not really sure. I think the thing is to like go and sleep for a few days, then they will react differently when we go to them. I'm definitely sure that they should react somehow, so sometimes it is not really obvious, like you do not get an indication what's going to happen next. I think 2 days is enough, but just to be like, I don't know, to overkill it, let's do the 3 days. Let's try this again. But I'm pretty sure that was the last quest for the claws. The last thing that we needed to steal. Because we robbed all of the major cities. And like I said, we picked up the elixir from where the Duke is, from above there. Already like when we were looting the tower, so if this doesn't work, we'll probably need to like just do some other quest a bit and then go back to this quest. Maybe that will kind of do it. I'm just kinda impatient. I like to, like, when I'm finished with the quest, I do not want it in my quest log. I do not want to wait. Okay, let's see. That's why I usually sleep for a few days in a sleeping bag or bed or something. And then go back to the NPC.
Take a job from the crate for the honor of the club.
Nope. We just have to wait a bit. Just do some other quests. Let's teleport up. And I'm pretty sure we have one more NPC that we didn't speak to. At least one or two.
You definitely got the wrong end of the stick.
We should be like wrapping up all the quests in Dome City pretty soon. Then we are going to go to Origin. There should be one girl here. Maybe we already... Yeah, there she is.
Are you always so edgy?
You know you wouldn't need to defuse things if you didn't get people wound up in the first place. Damn, this is like being back in Goliath all over again.
Okay, so she actually interrupted us when we were looting the Dome City in like some of the previous episode. I'm not sure what part it was, probably 36, 35 or something. But yeah, we didn't like continue speaking to her. That is why she responded this way. Like we had that question to ask.
What brought you out here?
This is a place away from the war. A place people can make up their minds without being pressured to join one of the factions. If the people here wanted to join a faction, they would have. But some people aren't ready for that. Or they've been cast out. They have to go somewhere.
So there's no faction in charge here?
Well, the clerics keep order, but it's not like the Horde where entry means you have to join them. Here you can forget about factions.
You're a Berserker. Is Adan trying to conquer Abessa?
I don't answer to Adan. And these people belong to no faction. They belong only to themselves. I stand as their protector against anyone who would force them to do otherwise. My only connection to Adan is my magic. I wish it was more, but wishes don't make things so.
Have you been exiled from Goliath?
Exiled? No. There are those in Adan who want to use my magic for their own purposes. Ever since my power started to grow, they changed me. Their mana changed me, and that change just won't stop. I'm becoming stronger and stronger. It is terrifying.
If that's true, why don't you use your power?
I do, I have. But sometimes it overwhelms me. That's why I fight alone. If I lose control of a spell, there's a chance I could kill anyone and everyone around me. The warlords wanted to test me. Try my powers, to harness them. Now I need to find a solution myself. But to do that, I need to study the properties of ELEX, to learn more about it.
I could use someone like you.
Use? There's a word I've heard too much. Well, count me out. I'm not interested in being used.
I could help you.
What do you know of what I need? What do you know of how to help me? ELEX marks people. Mana, chems, exposure from food tainted by it. It stays with people. You have its mark on you. You're different somehow. What is it about you?
Okay, let's go with the first one.
I took ELEX in the past. Is that what you're seeing? Or is there something else?
Took it? You were fed it. You were an Alb soldier. Well, it seems we have something in common. We've both been fed ELEX in one form or another. It's changed us. And neither of us know what that means we are now.
What do you think? My offer still stands.
And what exactly is it that you're planning?
I am going to end this war by taking the fight to the Elexitors. And I'm trying to put together a group skilled enough to win that fight.
And you think I'll take part in this?
In return, I will help your quest to find the ELEX you're searching for. Then you can improve your magical abilities. You said yourself, the longer you are here, the more you fear your powers will overwhelm you. The longer you stay here, the more danger you put these people in. If you really want to protect them, you need to leave.
Even if that's true, why should I leave with you?
I was an alb. I know ELEX and I know magic. I know the impulses that follow you even during sleep. I know the nightmares and the problems of trying to control power that really wants to control you. And I know what it's like when all that is taken from you. We can help each other.
And it's not like I have other options. Not in the long term. You're right. I'm hiding from it here. I need to get out there and find a real solution. I'll wait by the main gate, and we'll see if your actions can match your words. You should stock up here before we go.
I will meet you by the gate.
Just don't keep me waiting, or you might find I changed my mind.
That was well done.
Okay, so we should tell Turas to go to Camp Inedan, because we'll be picking up Kaya at the front gate.
Who knows what they're going to find in those ruins next?
Okay, I will unmark this quest because it's kind of getting annoying. Because there's so many yellow markers.
What kept you?
I'm here now.
So you are. And are you planning on telling me where you've set up camp or what comes next? Or do I have to wait for that too?
Okay, I'll tell you what's happened so far.
You've done a lot, but you still have got a lot of work ahead of you. Or we have.
And we're not going to get where we need to without a jetpack.
Don't worry, I know how to use one of those. I'll keep up with you. Now can we talk about my problem? There's just one more thing.
Yes?
Why did you choose to join the Berserkers?
To begin with, it seemed like the best way to survive.
But that isn't everything.
My own people tried to kill me. I want to find answers, and joining a faction has to help me find them.
I hope you're not just doing this for your own personal reasons.
You said you wanted to study the properties of ELEX. How will you do that?
I can feel the presence of ELEX. Mostly where it's present in great quantities.
Like the converter?
You don't need any special powers to feel the ELEX there. No, I'm talking about unrefined ELEX. When it's raw, latent. I can learn more from it when it hasn't been altered. I want to explore Magalan and look for some large deposits of unrefined ELEX.
Deposits? I thought ELEX arrived with the comet.
You're right. Part of its power is that it isn't from here. I want to discover how it is spread across Magalan. But when it is processed by the Albs, the ELEX changes. It becomes polarized. The transmuted form that the Berserkers get from their mana shrine changes it in similar ways. That keeps some of its power, but it's the ELEX that came with the comet that I want to learn more about. I feel that there are secrets to learn about it. To understand those secrets, I need it untouched, pure ELEX.
How do you want to find these large ELEX deposits?
When the comet impact spread ELEX across Magalan, it found its way everywhere. Into the seas, the rock, the air we breathe. But it is collected and concentrated in some places. I have felt the vibrations, the presence of these deposits. I want to track them down and examine them.
Where can you find this unrefined ELEX?
The first deposit I'd like to investigate is north of the city of Abessa. I can show you.
If it's so close, why hasn't anyone else found it?
I don't know. Maybe because nobody can feel ELEX like I can.
Your senses are better than ALB technology?
Come with me and find out.
All right, show me the way.
It's not far from the city. Follow me. There is a vast amount of ELEX flowing into the sea. It washes out of the cliffs and the ground, and it flows out across the planet. ELEX is everywhere.
But you still think we need to find concentrations of it?
Yes, from the moment the comet struck, ELEX has been seeping into everything on Magalan. That makes the background noise from it hard to read. If I'm to learn more, we must follow those mutants to find where the ELEX is coming from. We know where we have to go. I'll follow you this time. That was great. That was great.
I was kind of going to do something else before we get to this thing. I was going to learn the new Berserker Skill that increases the damage for melee weapons, but
there are mutants with the same ability. We should be careful in case the ELEX deposit has attracted them.
But we'll do it anyway. Then we'll learn the skill. Let's go with the first one. Try that out. We pulled whole motherlord of mutants. Let's try if we can like do more damage this way. Okay, let's do this. They're really fast, so it's kind of pretty hard to like start attacking them without getting hit from behind, basically. Okay, let's run and switch to this thing. I guess we're going with Kai is up. Nice. She actually does way more damage than we do. And if we go and... well, I'm not sure when we'll be able to do that, but not really soon. There's that charisma talents that increase the damage of the followers, and it's insanely good. It's as an end game talent is really good. Did we load this one? Yes, we did.
The deposit must be here. I can feel the ELEX in the ground.
And so what do we do now?
I must meditate. Wait over there. I need space away from you.
Let's move back and wait a bit. Okay, until we kind of wait for that. I'm going to be like finishing the stream pretty soon. Maybe we'll do one more quest after this one. But if you enjoyed this one, just go to my homepage. I will set up a next live event so you can see when the next one is. I already said that once, but if somebody joined in later on, let's speak to Kaya.
Please don't disturb me. I need to focus.
What? I really thought when that like purple haze went out, we can speak to her. Yes, we need to wait a bit more. I will probably be streaming at the same time tomorrow. Let's try it now.
That was what I was afraid of.
That doesn't sound good.
It's something I've suspected. It's why I came. It's the reason you're going to think I'm crazy. I could feel the ELEX was communicating with me. Like it has a purpose. That it wants something from me, from the people on this planet.
ELEX speaks to you?
I know how crazy that sounds, but it's true.
But it's a mineral. How can it want something? How can it speak to you?
That's one of the reasons I had to leave Goliad. It was like the ELEX was screaming to me. I thought it was because of the mana they were giving me, but now I know it's something different.
So, you want to continue?
You said you would help me. That was our deal. Are you still up for this? Now you know how crazy my idea is?
Let's assume I believe you. What exactly do you think you heard?
I'm not sure. It wasn't words. More a sense of desire, of purpose. But it was fleeting, hard to catch. I think I need to find a bigger deposit of ELEX. That might help me hear it more clearly.
Okay. What happens now?
We go ELEX hunting. But first I need to return... home. I have to go to Edan, to one of our world hearts. The one south of the observatory, in the middle of Edan. Now I've heard it, sensed it here, I want to know if this is what I heard when I was close to large amounts of mana in Edan.
You said you felt something back then. Why would it be different now?
Because I need to be sure. I need to know I wasn't going crazy. Can't you see how important this could be? What this would mean for everyone?
You go. I'll meet you there when I can.
Right. See you in Edan.
Okay, so let's pick this stuff up. Then we'll go learn the talent for the damage. And then we'll meet up Kaya. Okay, we got some natural ELEX. If it was some other playthrough, I would be really happy, but since we're not making any ELEX potions in this one, yeah. I'm pretty sure... Actually, we should kill this rat, because we get the meat and bone from him. Actually, just bone. But we need bones for strong bone marrow soup, so why not? Okay, so let's go to Goliath, learn the skill for 50 damage more on... Okay, let's see. Yeah, we're going to Cauldron. 50 damage on melee weapons, basically. We get a buff. That way this weapon is going to be way better. I think the outlaws still do more damage for melee, because they get double damage. But this is also pretty good. And you also get that other spell that gives you armor. That way you are more durable than outlaws. Well, outlaws you have more... you are more durable when you use that spell, but... Outlaws also have that tough guy chem that doesn't work, basically. Hopefully it will get fixed sometime. Why did they go down? Yeah. That usually happens when you start speaking and not thinking about what you're doing. Two things at the same time. I'll get better at it as I continue making videos. Outlaws kinda are constitution based factions, so they have a lot of constitution that way, they are durable that way. But when you use that spell, you're also pretty good as a berserker.
Teach me something.
Yes.
Yeah, we're looking for let me see. I think it's Suspect Warrior. Yeah, 50 damage on melee, and there's this Leather Skin spell that will give you 20 armor. That's pretty good, but we can only choose one, so let's go with Aspect of the Warrior. By the way, guys, if you jump in this, you'll get burnt.
You had better get out. Just get out of here.
Yes, he got mad for me jumping into his mana pool. Hey, let's put that spell in, and where it is. Should sell these Alp spells so they kind of don't get in our way. I'm going to remove one of these, like, I'm usually not going to use both of them, so let's put it here, because then we can like start with this spell, then we can buff ourselves, then we can pull our weapon there. Okay. So, let's see where Kai is. I'm pretty sure she's somewhere around here. But, so I do not waste your time and start like going around. Yeah, let's do it this way. There we go. Yeah, but it's kind of right. Go from here. we could like pick up some follower for now, since it's kinda along the way. Let's pick up Duras.
Follow me.
Yeah.
We might run into a few mobs along the way, so why not? And then I will do this, and then I will pull out my weapon. Let's try it this way. What? Duras almost got it. Yeah, I didn't have to do anything. Yeah, now these aspects do not like last for too long, because we didn't increase our magical powers. Now we have those, but we do not have enough skills for that. I don't think I really need to use the aspect for this one mob. Oh, hello Andrew, thank you for joining us. You're kinda late, mate. I'm kinda already streaming for pretty long. I'm planning on ending it soon. But anyways, thank you for joining. I'm going to set up a schedule so you know when I'm streaming, like more in advance than I like figured that out, how to set that up just yesterday, so now I know how to do it. I will do it. Yeah, let's pick this stuff up, then we'll speak to Kaya. If she doesn't like go and interrupt us, there's a chance that might happen.
It was all a damn lie. They rejected me. They rejected almost everyone. They promised salvation for the world, but it was only ever for the chosen. Kalan, the great light. Kalan, the great lie. You brought us here with hope. Now we die away from all that we loved.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of reading. I should like set up some way to pop out chat on screen so you guys like can see what I was doing live. I will try to set that up for our next video.
Hey, there you are.
Are you okay? You look...
Yeah, I know. I feel terrible. That encounter with the ELEX in Abessa really took it out of me. It's like it looked inside of me. I feel cold from the inside.
Cold? That sounds like ELEX.
You remember it, right? From when you took it. I got similar feelings when I took mana. I can't imagine what it did to you before being transmuted. I need some now. I need to get some mana.
Okay, we got interrupted by Kaya. I was going to say I'm going to set up some hotkeys so I can show chat on screen. So if you guys are watching it later on and I discussed something with someone in a chat, you can see like what I did discuss. Maybe I do not read all the messages, but I'll try to set that up for next time. I was going to say to Andrew, yeah, there's always a next stream, so can join me next time. I will kind of finish this quest and then the stream will end, so yeah. But let's continue with this. We can give Kaya mana to...
About the side effects of you.
Yeah?
Here, I have some mana for you.
Thank you. I need it to balance the ELEX I'm sensing. Without it, I'm worried I'll lose myself to it. I have to understand what it wants, what the ELEX's purpose is.
Okay.
I thought you wanted to go to a world heart.
I do. Now that you're here, we could go together.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Very good.
Then let's go.
All right. Something is wrong here. There should be guards to look after the World Heart.
Doesn't look like anyone's home.
Then we should be ready for a fight. Something has killed the guards here. Maybe it was mutants. They're attracted to mana as well as ELEX. Not bad.
Yeah, you probably saw that tail wiggling in the distance. That's I always wanna say Shadow Beast from Gothic games, but it's a Nightshade in this game. And as you can see, like those mines should be like pretty obvious that they are mines, but more obvious are those marks from mines probably, so we should be watching out for that. And that's sometimes not as kinda easy as it should be, because you end up fighting and you are not watching the ground, you're watching the enemy, and yeah. Okay.
Keep close. Fight together.
And there we go. Those chickens are really hard mobs when you start playing. There is a pretty easy trick to avoid them and not waste like any stamina. Like when it charges on you, you just hold the right click and like slowly move like this, and it will just move away from, like, past you. Yeah, we have...
People trust you. You may have once been an alb, but you've come to terms with your emotions. I respect you for that.
Yeah, we have a question. What's the best faction to join? They are pretty nice. Like, if I had to play the favorites so far from Berserkers and the Outlaws. Yeah, we have some enemy there. Let's like not waste... well, I was going to say waste the camp. Because I was playing Outlaws, but we are wasting mana basically, so yeah. From Outlaws and Berserkers, I'm still playing, like, I've played the Berserkers once before I started recording my series on YouTube, so I know everything about them so far. Outlaws, I really know a lot how they work, because yeah, we recorded a lot of videos there, but I haven't tried clerics, so I cannot like say for sure that I won't like be a lot impressed with clerics. They have some like fun spells. The Outlaws are kinda, I don't know, I think the Berserkers might be better, because Outlaws have that double damage cam, and that's all like, yeah, it's a really good cam, but yeah, it's not that fun. Like, all of their ranged weapons pretty much suck, except the grenade launcher. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think the Berserkers might be better than Outlaws, because you get more spells to mess around and use mana, and you do not have to like craft those. Okay, this one I really do not want to get hit by, because it's higher level mob. As long as it's stacking Kaya, I'm going to... Okay, no, I think it's stacking me. This one can pretty much one-shot us, so let's use this thing instead to help Kaya. I think Kaya went down. Okay, so we'll do it like this. We want to roll right away, because I think this thing can one-shot us. I'm not sure, but there's a good chance that it can. It has that skull there, so probably can. We're not that high level, so I was extra careful there. Hey, thank you for joining us, Lana. It's kind of late in stream, but yeah, I'm going to set up a schedule so you know when I'm streaming. Okay.
I hope that one day we find these across all of Magalan. It's terrible. Not a soul here. Just death. I have to go on. Can you give me some space again? I need peace and quiet for meditation.
Yeah, let's loot this stuff until Kaya does, like, her thing. Sure if I actually climbed this last time that I was doing this quest. Yeah, usually there is mana on this stuff. I think Kaya is done. Let's speak to her.
I can sense...
What can you sense?
It's incredible. I can hear something here. Clearer than before.
What can you hear?
The ELEX. It's alive. It doesn't matter whether it's been changed, processed, transmuted, it doesn't matter. It retains the same voice. It might change the way ELEX behaves, but it remains linked together somehow.
So, what does that mean?
That all its forms must be related and that it can revert. It can return to its unrefined form.
Mana can become pure ELEX?
It's conceivable, but nobody knows how to do it. Not even the Albs.
Are you any closer to understanding what this means?
Closer, yes, but I need to know more to understand it. The fact ELEX is alive, that it has a collective consciousness is one thing, but we need to know what it wants. I want to know if we're changing it, or it's changing us.
Hey, what? How can it be changing us?
You of all people ask me that? You know the effect it had on you as an Alb. You've seen what it's done to Magellan's animal life. We need to find some more ELEX deposits. Some that have been brought back up from when the comet first hit. Let's go. I'll tell you if I sense any.
About the side effects of ELEX.
Yeah?
Here, I have some mana for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think there was mana there. If you do not know what to do with mana, just feed Kaya with it. I don't know the other use for it. I think you can use it for upgrading weapons, maybe for mana potions. Yeah. Do not need it that much. And we also got some attributes, but we wasted our learning point on aspect of the warrior. The next thing that I maybe go is for this leather skin, but it's kinda... I think the more important thing is to go for this magic and mana, because like those aspects do not last long enough. I think it's better to go with maybe 1 or 2 points here and be like a bit of a glass cannon than to like cast 2 spells. I don't know. Or go for a bit of mana. So I might put 1 point here, 1 point there next time, but we'll see. And we're kinda... The next quest for Kaya, like if we mark it, we pretty much mark Kaya. And the next quest, because I already went through the game a few times, I know that until we get to the next chapter in game, we won't be able to proceed any further. So we might like wrap up this electronical stuff for Folk and contracts for Ray, and I don't know, we'll see. But we still have a few quests in a Dome City, so I'm going to teleport back there. And in the next video we'll first wrap up those quests, then we'll go for a companion quests, and we'll see from there what we do next. But I just want to say thank you for everyone who has joined live. You guys been great today, and the schedule is going to be on my homepage, so you know when I'm streaming. And this is all. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.